Hi guys, it's me, S01, and for this video, during the month of love, I will be talking about the third episode of the first season of this magnificent show, SatAM, called Ultrasonic. Now, this episode has a very special meaning to me because not only is it a great episode, but it has a potential game tie-in with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I'll get into that in a minute. But for right now, this episode has to do with a very special kind of love. A love that a nephew has for his uncle. In this case, Sonic the Hedgehog, with Sir Charles the Hedgehog, his uncle. And his uncle is the only hedgehog in the opening sequence of this show, with complete with a kind of bluish gray coat of fur or whatever they have on the hedgehogs, and he's also sporting a Napoleonian style mustache, or as you would say, moustache. So yeah, it's a pretty epic episode and a pretty awesome show to begin with. Now, let me just say that I find it kind of annoying that people say ultra, super, hyper, super duper, terrific, fantastic, fabulous, and other similar adjectives to represent that some out of ordinary. You first have supersonic, following the Super Saiyan course. Then you have the hypersonic, which is an even more incredible version of that. So it's kind of not very redundant, but it's very similar. In fact, when I think of the title of this episode, Ultrasonic, I think of the Ultra elites from Halo 2 onward. But they actually have a similar color scheme to Uncle Chuck. Goodbye says Uncle Chuck for this episode. Now, this show has no official game tie-in, which is a big disappointment and even bigger loss of potential, because I think that this show should be made into a video game. The closest thing that we have so far is Sonic Frontiers. I believe I didn't buy that game, but I'm saying that it could be the closest thing we have to something like what we see in SatAM. So I'll get more into the tie-in when it comes to it. But the biggest tie-in that I've seen so far is a cameo from these characters in the Sonic Spinball game, Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball, or just some American Sonic Spinball, and also the the infamous The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which was transformed into the mildly successful Robotnik Mean Bean Machine. I may play it from your channel, I don't know about that, but I'm not very good at it though, so anyway, this episode starts out with the freedom fighters trying to copy over and screw over Dr. Robotnik's roboticizer machine by any means necessary. In this case, they have to try to sort out the computer system that powers the damn thing. So, what to do with it? Sonic and Sally try to infiltrate the machine, through one of the ventilation ducts, and they they we find out that Sonic is not only really fast, but he's also kind of vain too. Talking about how much he to bring that Sally to bring to the operation. He's a good look. And tell me, who in their right mind would think that a piece of that would be worth putting on any type of cover or any type of clothing or whatever, what have you, for main character. But he's probably needed. But anyway, they show this character as being a vain person. Snoopy does the skin of the roboticizer, and he finds out that there is in fact something wrong with it, and because they put like a potato chip style chip um up in the computer systems for barging it up. So my question is, Robotnik said that there was a sabotage mode, that the bus has in a sabotage mode. Now, what would Robotnik have is one claim to fame, his one most terrifying thing, having a sabotage mode to it. And that's something kind of lame, if you ask me. This big terrifying thing that you can threaten people with, biological people and creatures and stuff. And so so you see him getting revealing that the hedgehog and Sally are in the dogs, and they use the fire extinguisher to try to smoke them out, which they do. And then high-speed chase falls with them, and then I don't know what they call swap bot pods and the little flying things. Anyway, they outmaneuvered the pods, and they had to go to this underground this underground mine system to try to mug up the Robotnik's mine operation. So they eventually find their way down there, and they see Sir Charles the Hedgehog being led by a bunch of swap bots with a bunch of other prisoners, I guess, or slave workers. And he is one of the many animation problems in this episode. Number one is that when they show Chuck, they show him going into the train, and that's why Sonic identifies him being the only soul hedgehog robot in the bunch. Number two is that when next time they show Chuck, they show him a little bit further away from the actual train. So that's kind of weird. And also, on the train it says they're labeled crystal line for destination. Now, obviously, this is for the audience purposes, of finding, identifying where it goes and stuff. But the thing is that for a bunch of robots, and for Robotnik himself, you would think that it'd be something a little more high tech than that. Like it'd be a label like a barcode or like a number or a color or something like that. Not saying quiz of mine. So then what happens is Sonic grabs has Bunny Rabbit being the strongest one here, grab Chuck and drag him back away from the train so they can talk to him and maybe make him into a biological person again, his uncle again. Now, this such a great game playing comes into play because we're listening Matt Pat if you're watching this video, but it shows that the power rings that Uncle Chuck invented for someone to use somehow jog his memory, coming off of the old cliche of that the real you is in it somehow, inside of a transformed or evil being or something, that you're very good inside and all that fluffiness and sunshine. So they show him getting his memory back, complete with crying at his memories returning to him. Even though why would a broad side big have tear ducts for it? Whatever. So then they show Chuck this. I always thought that this robot design was very familiar. In fact, it looks like a Silver Sonic boss fight in the Death Zone in the end of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now, this could also be coincidental because it could actually be him because in the game you don't fight with any rings, obviously to make the boss fight even harder. But the thing of it is that the reason why I think it's him is because the same robot Sonic, Silver Sonic, and Uncle Chuck. Because if you were allowed to get rings in the last stage, then you could potentially jog his memory, and therefore the fight would be a lot easier and not non-existent at all. So Robotnik made it so that you can't heal him because this part takes place after the show is set to happen. So that's that. Also for the same matter, when you bust open Silver Sonic, no little woodland creature comes out. That could be also tied to to him being Chuck, and you you want men to rescue him too. You know, from the actual cartoon. Because none of his robots, when Sonic smashes them, have any critters inside them. Anyway, now the next part is that they got on the train to Crystal Line, and Robotnik is using this mine to harvest a gigantic crystal for his power purposes to supplement his dwindling oil supply, even though it's never brought up again in the series, and it had like some kind of a subtle nod to environmentalism, which is nice. Anyway, then you see him this whole thing with the giant crystal remind me of two games. Number one, Crash Bandicoot with power crystals. Number two, Sonic and 3 and Knuckles with Master Emerald and the Chaos Emerald respectively. And then Sonic Adventure 1 and possibly 2, where Dr. Eggman is trying to retrieve the Master Chaos Emeralds for energy purposes. And I think that the mentioning that by taking this crystal will destroy the ecosystem kind of stupid, because in the end of the show anyway, the crystal is destroyed. So fuck the ecosystem then. But because Robotnik was gonna do it, it's bad. Because the Freedom Fighters have to do it to prevent the crystal from getting into Robotnik's hands. It's a good thing. So yeah, then the team splits up into two groups after they become the elevator. Now, with the elevator, they use Bunny Rabbit to open it up, which makes sense since it's half robot. But the thing is that she uses the biological arm to shove open the door, which doesn't really make sense because of the fact that apparently the bunny species on this planet is actually stronger than hedgehogs. She can open that door real easy with her non-robotic arm, which is only made pointless because Chuck opened up the next door down in the bottom. Two things I want to bring up in this: that the Princess Tully leaves the resistance, but she's also a member of the royal family by DNA. I understand got power and everything else, but if you could capture the giveaway secrets, giveaway strategies, can be helpful for some. It's a whole mess. So where does she say it? I don't know why. Number two, this isn't explicitly mentioned, but it's mentioned when Bunny Rabbit says Amen when somebody else says Amen. So there is a God in this world, in this universe. I don't know why you mentioned that in it, but that's something funny, something minor. I got it. Also, they use Bunny Rabbit to hold Chuck in hold Chuck while they get the rig out for him. So therefore, she's stronger than him. She's only half a robot. So then they show them splitting up, and the the show splitting up. Before I get to that, I want to see that in the Super Smash Bros. Game, they show some kicking other people. Now, this show had a person for that because the show him kicking off an alert button, even though he could just push it with his finger. So that's something else I noticed too. This presence for him doing like non-fully moves, no homing attack or anything like that. So they show them spring up with Bunny and Sonic and Chuck going down to hijack the Dino Robot, the more powerful digger he's Robotnik got. Even though there's only one and he could use several to dig out the whole village and the rest of the freedom fighters, but whatever, there's only one. Another thing that bothered me about this design for the robot is that there's only one digger claw. I hate it when they put like a very powerful robot in there and they're not symmetrical. I mean, you would think that'd be better to make everything symmetrical, but they don't want arm. So, Sally Antoine, which by the way, it's funny that when Chuck comes to, he says, "Hello, Sonic. Hello, Bunny. Hello, Roger. Hello, Sally." But nothing anti at first until he said bonjour, Antoine. So it's like, fuck you, you never did anything for me. Hello, everybody else, but screw you. I found that kind of funny. But, in the next part, they show, Rover and, Sally and Antoine have to go, rescue, they have to stop a, robot that's, monitoring and pushing buttons at the crane operation. And, it looks a lot like E03 Gamba from the games from the Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 games, with a very convenient located the switch for near the ankle. Now, I have to question again, why would Robotnik or put the button there when they can't reach it unless it were on the floor? Kind of stupid. You would think they would have it on the back or something. Which, by the way, it looks like Gamma without the backpack, without the hover pack on the back. So, they continue on. They eventually beat the machine, and Sully ends up looking for this crane operation controls. Well, the other three go closer to them, but besides what I said before, I like the design of this thing. I like the looks like a Stegosaurus, so whatever, T-Rex or something. That might be why they call it a T-Bot. But I have to question why the control systems are located in the stomach of this monster robot. Wouldn't it swallowing dirt and rocks and stuff come down the throat and then go into the 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 sensitive systems of the machine? Kind of stupid, but then they show them to they show Chuck going first, and then they show Bunny and Sonic go in after him, and they jump in the mouth and struggling to keep the mouth open. And then Sonic wants Bunny to hold the jaws open, lock them in place, to which he does. And it's particularly interesting to notice that when Bunny does this, he locks it in place, but in the next shot, the jaws close and fine. That did me. So they go inside like Pinocchio, and they hijack it. They turn the headlights on it to from orange to green, like the Prometheans in Halo 4, which wasn't a bad game. I don't think it was a terrible game. And they have the you try to use the claw on this thing to take out the wires that are holding the crystal in place, hoisting it up, which kind of stupid because the hole for the extraction is just barely big enough for the crystal to get by. You think about trying to be a little bit more uh, level with the funds for that. You make it a little wider, but no. Also, there's like a crane, and then there's a platform underneath it, and then there's a crystal with the wires hooked up to it. You would think that they would get rid of the whole middle platform there and top all of the two spots on it. They got at least 300, 400 pounds a piece. So that's just weighing down your crystal, your whole assembly, which is kind of stupid. Maybe that's why it taken so damn long to lift it. But they eventually lived up a little bit, and then the swap outs realized that they realized that the Dinobot is being used by the good guys to take this giant crystal out, and they use the same technique that the Lilliputians used on Gulliver in Gulliver Travels, in which they try to tether the trail and tether the claw arm to the ground using giant fishing reels, which they materialize out of nothing. But my question is, if this thing is supposed to be so powerful, it's so it's a robot for Christ's sake, you take drugs and survives and all that other stuff to overpower what wires, why doesn't do that? Unless it's like diamond or titanium wires or something. So they successfully tied down the claw. I'm not sure if the animation ever or whatever, but it looks separate from the body of the thing. And they also showed this tether, they have used the drill laser to shoot at the crystal itself to make it blow up. But I don't know if it's an animation error or whatnot, but it showed like the eyes of the thing glowing, and then it going through the nose, and then to the crystal itself, which absorbs the power of the laser. I don't know how much more powerful it gets, but it's pretty cool to look at. they don't do the eye thing with the neck shot though. You only show the coming out the nose, the stunt of this robot. So the robots begin to pull down, to weigh down with tether and stuff, but it only takes one last shot from the robot to try to blast the wires from this crystal and make it fall to the ground and make it shatter. And it does it. I guess that they might have fired up the turbo servos, something to make it shoot upward like one final time before it went kaput. So when when it's time for Uncle Chuck and the others to escape for good, Uncle Chuck stops and then becomes evil again. And during this entire time, they show that Uncle Chuck is getting weaker and it's coming back to becoming a robot. I don't know how this works out because I'm assuming that the robotization process turns the the brain into chip format, into technological format. So I'm assuming that all the memories will be there still, but it's a mystery in the show. So how does it go back and forth like a classical, the classic, good, but then you gradually turn to evil, and even in this shot, they show Uncle Chuck getting pointed teeth just to prove that evil. Now the others pull Chuck back, and they pull Sonic back into the train to, to let Chuck go, and they escape with him being left behind. I don't recall if they bring him back anymore in the future, but Sally does say that she downloaded some of those robotizer software, so eventually they will be back, and they will return everyone that they love back in their organic forms. I don't know how that will work with the philosopher's stone that they can transmute metal into biological soft tissue, but it's neither here nor there. This episode was really good and really did my black heart. I love this show, and in particular this episode, because it really is awesome. Especially with the way Jalil plays Sonic, Jim Cummings plays Robotnik, and just does so good. I definitely recommend it, this show and this episode. That all the episodes are available on YouTube. You get everything right here too. And also the portray just the way plays Sonic in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. So bravo fan for that. And to get to Cat Sushi plays Sully, I believe. So yeah, this episode is awesome. I love the whole dynamic between Uncle Chuck and Sonny, as they call him. It's Sonny being my Sonny, the younger version of myself, or it could be sound like Sonic, Sonny. But yeah, I love the way they portrayed two dogs here. That He's like two dogs. And this episode is just so awesome. And like I said, when he destroyed the crystal, everyone was happy and stuff. And the Queen operation went down the drain too. So there's that. But the ecosystem is kind of in trouble because they destroyed the crystal. But we're not coming today that hit too. Anyway, if you want to see more of me and my videos, subscribe to my channel. Or if you want to contact me and give me any more suggestions for videos, TV shows, and just in general episodes I can put down, you can leave a comment below, or you can contact me at 631 707 3707 is my phone number, and my Twitter is PMelson Pro. And if you want to email me directly, you can contact me at JJ's Viewing Channel at gmail.com. So this show is way past cool. It's really good, and this show is just awesome. Oh yeah, one more little piece of animation ever is that when Sonic has a mirror, and when a Swappa shoots him with laser beam, he it ends up bouncing back at the Swappa, even though it's not like a straight angle like this would be more like this type of thing. So by right, the laser should shoot upwards above the Swappa. But because it's an animation, because it's a cartoon, it shoots it right back at him. I believe it more when he shoots a door and the door makes it reflect back at him, because that's like a vertical surface. But this video has gone on for long enough, so I salute you guys. Have fun with it, and enjoy the month of love, February. And aloha. That means goodbye now in Hawaii. In Hawaii. Ta-ta for now.